Now that is a big revolver. These Smith Wesson end frames, boy. Woo! So ever notice every once in a while you buy something and it turns out to be not exactly what you thought it was. And usually that ends up as a bad thing. But every once in a while, every once in a blue moon, the good vibes shine on you. And a circumstance like that actually turns out in your favor. In my opinion, this was one of those times. Let's check it out. Milsurp Garage. All right, so I get a call from one of my favorite sellers. Hey, I got your next gun. What? I got your next gun. Come on down and bring some money. I show up and this is what I'm looking at. Damn it, he's absolutely right. I'm looking for one of these Smith & Wesson end frames and 45 ACP forever. I want a clean one. And this thing is virtually unfired. He gets it from the original owner. 1977 vintage. It was gorgeous. It had a teeny drag mark. I made it a little worse because I've been using it. But this thing was virtually brand new. 45 cal model 1955. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Mint 25-2. So I get it. What am I going to do? He tells me, hey, I almost forgot. I got some extras for you that the guy left with me when he sold it. You could have this stuff. Moon clips. TK custom moon clips. Handful of double round moon clips. More moon clips. I definitely got enough moon clips to fight a war. There's also a TK custom loader. You load the moon clips with this thing. They work really good. This takes the empties off the moon clips. Got another one of these, another TK custom one of those. This smaller little portable one that you carry with you. Takes the brass off the moon clips. Awesome that I have all this stuff, right? Really nice extras. It's always good to end up with extras. So I have all this stuff. All right. I go home. I load up a moon clip with my realistic snap caps. Going to be playing with these things a little bit. Just so you know, they're inert. They have silicone primers. They're totally inert, no powder in them at all. They're for function testing, doing things like this. Try this with your plastic ones. You know, manipulating them with these tools and stuff like that. You know, like try that with your plastics. See what happens. These realistic snap caps are just for this kind of stuff. If you go to the website and you buy anything from there, use my coupon code, one word, Milsurp Garage, MILSURPGARAGE, and you get 10% off your entire order. So I load up a moon clip with my realistic snap cap 45 ACP rounds. Drop it in here. Wow, I'm all ready to rock, and I can't close it. And now, just like then, I don't want to force it, but I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Am I not doing this right? I'm a little confused. I look it up. I'm looking at some stuff online. I'm like, what are these? I tried different moon clips. I tried the doubles. I tried the TK customs. I can't figure out what's going on. I take a single round and I drop it in here. And what the? Are you kidding me? What the hell is going on? Then, you start reading and you start doing your research. And I'm finding out exactly what I got here. You know what my problem is? The problem is that I'm trying to use 45 ACPs when I should bust out my 45 Colt realistic snap caps and drop them on the floor. Now we're talking. 45 Colt Smith Wesson Model 25. Is it real? It's real. Yep. So how did this happen? Let's check this out. This is kind of weird. Not a end frame nut here. You know what I mean? It's like, we got some end frames. We got the Model 29. We've had this in the Milsurp Garage forever. The 1973 44 Magnum. We got that Model 29. We got the Model 28 Highway Patrolman 357 Mag 1975. So 357. These guys are a beautiful family. I'm no expert with this 25-2. I'm not really sure what's going on. So what do? I bust out my Roy Jinks History of Smith & Wesson. Roy Jinks is going to straighten this out. And I learn about, from the beginning of the end frames, okay? I learned about the 44 hand ejector first model. Read about this stuff before, but don't own one of those. This is all just, educational reading that I've done in the past. And I get up to the 455 hand ejector, second model. Then I get up to the 45 hand ejector U.S. service model of 1917. This is what interested me now in the 45. I was always like, how cool is that to be able to, I have so much 45 ammo from all the 45 ACP semi-autos I have. It'd be so cool to have a revolver, a Smith & Wesson in that. That was my goal, but these were a little unattainable for me. They're always very expensive, or they're dogged, or could just never find the right one. And that's why I knew that the 45 hand ejector model of 1955, the improved 45 caliber revolver, specifically aimed at the competitive shooter. The factory listened when the shooters had discussed the 45 target of 1950 with them. Therefore, when this model was first completed March 3rd, 1955, it incorporated all the features for which the shooters had asked: a heavier barrel for better balance and faster recovery, target stocks, target hammer, and trigger. The handgun was considered to be top of the line in its competitive shooter revolvers. The Model 25 was named the Model 25 in 1957. It's been a popular revolver since its introduction. Okay. What is going on? What is the problem here? Move on a little bit, but we're not really learning anything. We need to move. We need to move out of the Roy Jinks book, and we need to go to this. This is a great book. If you've never bought this book, you got to go out there and get it right now. The Standard Catalog of Smith & Wesson. This is the 4th edition. Jim Supaka and Richard Nahas. This is an awesome book. We'll go in here and we'll check out what they have to say. And I'm looking at this, the Model 25, 1955 model, 45 target, heavy barrel, caliber, 45 ACP or 45 Colt. Reintroduced in March of 55. So we're talking about 45 Colt here. So what's the story? Let's zoom a little bit. Let's find out what the hell's going on here, okay? So, apparently, where are those sizes at here? Okay. 6-shot fluted cylinder having a nominal length of 1.67 inch when chambered in 45 Colt and a nominal length of 1.53 when chambered in 45 ACP. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Apparently, both were available. Just from me reading and looking around that 45, see, it says here 45 Colt caliber will bring a significant premium early production guns, because apparently, there weren't many of these 45 Colt ones there, but at least this is saying that this is normal, so I'm not scared just yet. But here we have 1.67 inches when chambered in 45 Colt and 1.53 when chambered in 45 ACP. Okay, so let's do this. Let's dump our rounds out here. Let's zero this. And let's take a measurement, see what we come up with. We got 1.53. That's a little confusing, because 1.67 when chambered in 45 Colt, and 1.53 when chambered in 45 ACP. Why are we coming up with 1.53? Well, you got to delve a little bit deeper. So apparently, here's this anniversary edition, okay? So in 1977 was a very pivotal time. Look at all these different versions and stuff. There was even a Richard Petty commemorative model, 25.9. But let's go. This is how, you can have fun dating it with these. So before 57, it was produced as the 1955 45 Target model. We did just read that. In 57, they called it the Model 25. Stamping of the model number, 45 ACP. 25-1, change the extractor rod from right hand to left hand thread. Scarce production with the -1 marking. 25-2. Here's what started the changes here. In 1961, they eliminated the trigger guard screw. Check, no trigger guard screw. 1968, delete the diamond grips. Check, no diamond on the grips. 1969, begin the N serial prefix. Check, we got the N serial prefix. 1974, mahogany case delivered with the 125th anniversary edition. 1979, 6-inch replaces 6.5 inches, the standard catalog length. So since we're at 6.5 here, we're set before that. This is where we would be before 79. Check this out. If you go a little bit further here, 1977, the 25-3 comes out. 45 ACP 3-inch round butt version manufactured for Lou Horton. Approximately 100 of those made. Good luck finding one of those. But here's where it gets interesting. 25-3, 1977, 45 Colt Anniversary Edition, short cylinder. That's what we have here. We have a 45 Colt with a short cylinder. The 25-4, 1977, 45 Colt Deluxe Anniversary Edition. Short cylinder, 25.3 and 25.4 had shorter cylinders not used on 25-5. So it's the 23-3 and the 23-4, these anniversary editions. And there was a deluxe anniversary edition. Both of those used the short cylinder. This could have been like a prototype of them, trying it out with this short cylinder. They have some regular production versions in 77 before these anniversary ones came out. Or it could be that the anniversary ones came out and they had some that were, you had a deluxe, you had a regular anniversary edition, a deluxe edition, and if you wanted what the anniversary edition had, but didn't feel like paying for the anniversary edition, you could just get a regular version like it. Maybe they made some regular ones like it. And yeah, they definitely made regular ones. Like, excuse me, here it is. Now here, 25-5 in 1978, Colt, it's 45 Colt caliber, standard production, long cylinder, now available with 4-inch, 6-inch, or 8 3/8 inch barrel. And in 82, they deleted the pinned barrel. These are pinned barrel. So what's interesting is because it's the same size, the shorter cylinder, from what I've read, you can interchange between the 45 ACP and the 45 Long Colt. The cylinders, you could just change the cylinder out because it'll line up with the forcing cone and everything like that. And you see, this is a little bit larger in there because of it. And if you see the ones, see if I can find a picture. I'll try to find a picture of a regular 25-2, or I say regular, but one that's in 45 ACP, one with the longer cylinder, should have a thinner, a smaller forcing cone where it doesn't look like such a big cone in there. And that's what I ended up with. I ended up with something that I didn't think I was getting, and turned out to be really cool because, to tell you the truth, I really like the 45 Colt. The thing about the 45 Colt is just that the whole idea of me getting it was that I had a ton of 45 ACP for the semi-autos that I have, and that aspect kind of went away when it's around that I didn't have anything chambered in. So I actually had to go out, start purchasing it, and then I realized how hard it is to find, and then if you do find it, what everybody's charging for it. It's totally insane. So shooting it, I loved taking this thing to the range and shooting it. I really had a lot of fun. There's something about these Smith Wesson revolvers, especially these end frames. I'm a pretty big guy. I got big hands. I'm 6'3", and I think I got large hands even for a 6'3" guy. These end frames fit right in my hand. I love how they feel. I love the target triggers and the target hammers. Everything just feels like everything just feels huge. It's like when I put on a 4X shirt, I just feel like so comfortable because I'm so used to it just barely fitting. And I love how this thing felt. It's 45 Colt is a nice round. It really is. It doesn't quite have that sick punch that the 44 Magnum has, and even the 357 Magnum even has some really sharp recoil. Like really sharp report and recoil, and this feels as much as it's still a big bore cartridge. It's it's shooting fire out of there between the cylinder and the barrel. You're definitely there's definitely some blast going on, but there's just something about the recoil, something about the kick. Of course, it's a big, heavy gun, so that helps with taming the recoil. But it just seems like the 45 Colt is a little bit more little bit tamer. It has that big bore feel to it. It doesn't really knock your fillings out. You know what I mean? So I really enjoyed it. It's pretty cool to have a big end frame revolver like this chambered in such a legendary cartridge. 45 Colt really was a super legendary cartridge. And looking through the book here, you look at this 25, this 25 series. There are so many different models with this. It really is. It has a interesting like history. You know what I mean? When you look through, I'm looking at all these different models. There was a Tennessee Department of Safety commemorative revolver, 60th anniversary, a custom deluxe edition, Class A engraved with gold inlays, ivory stocks, nickel plated Smith Wesson medallions. Oh, this is the 125th edition. Side plate seal is gold inlaid. Nice. What's this one here? Montana Centennial Commemorative. Really are a lot of commemorative editions. Oh, the 125th anniversary commemorative caliber 45 Colt to accommodate the 125th year of Smith Wesson. This model was made in 3 editions with smooth tangs. And yeah, 1977. 1977 was an interesting year. And this thing was an excellent addition to the end frame collection. And that's the 25-2, ladies and gentlemen. In 45 Colt. Something about dropping in big, huge bullets like that. You could see in there. Can you see in there? You can see if you're ever curious just by looking, just so that this doesn't happen to you. So you know what you're looking for. Let's see if I could shine it up through there and show you. Inside, oh, that's really bright. Inside there, see it down in there? You could see there's a line in there so that the 45 Colt cartridge case butts up against that. Even though it's a rimmed cartridge, that's why the 45 ACP doesn't just drop all the way through. The rim is stopping on that edge, and that's what's stopping it from dropping right through there. So if you look in there, you'll see that edge way down in there, that lip. But on the ones that take 45 ACP, it's much closer. It's obviously it's only going to be that deep. So if you drop a 45 ACP in there, it doesn't drop in all the way. It would stop like right there. And it wouldn't go in any further. But that's one way, if you're shopping for one of these, to just be able to tell immediately just by looking, is that you could look inside the cylinder and see that if the case could go in this far before it hits that stop in there, then you know it's 45 Colt. So that's the Smith & Wesson 25-2, ladies and gentlemen. We'll actually have a short one for a change. Less than half an hour. Wow, this is almost unprecedented. Don't worry. All this right here, I'm holding on to this. And I'm going to tell you right now, don't worry. This is going to come in handy. You know me, I would never let all that stuff go to waste. And that's the 25-2, ladies and gentlemen. You all take care. See you all next time.